What's going on, guys? Remote front office here with a video. We are officially 1 day into the regular season, right? 1 day in, 8 months to go. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Again, as I said in yesterday's video, this will not be a daily thing. Again, we're going for every couple of days, but I figured with only being 2 games today, and it being the start of the regular season, we'd go ahead and kind of break down what I saw out of these first 2 games. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. So we are going to get into the Rockets OKC game. If you guys were not watching, this was an absolute classic. Ended up going into double overtime. Game was back and forth the entire time. I will say the main concern that I brought up with Houston as far as ball handling was very apparent today. Reed Shepherd did not have a good game. This box score plus minus does not tell the full story. He got picked on kind of a lot. He looked uncomfortable with having the ball. He also forced it to Durant a couple of times. They got a couple of bad turnovers. I think both these turnovers were pretty late in the game, and one was pretty memorable. Like, Kevin Durant's at the top of the key. He's on the left wing. He goes to overhead, pass it into Kevin Durant, and Lou Dort just deflects it, and OKC's gone, right? So while the lineup I think that Houston ran today will work versus most teams, obviously with OKC it worked okay. It didn't work great. OKC at times applied some good ball pressure. Another thing to note is Amen Thompson went out in this game. As you can see, his minutes are a little bit lower than the other starters. He had like a cramp or something in his leg that kept him out for all of the second overtime and most of the first overtime. Kevin Durant had an absolute masterclass. I know it looks like he struggled to shoot, obviously struggled to shoot from 3, but mid-range, he just was consistent. Lou Dort had a hand in his face. It didn't matter. He just was Kevin Durant, honestly. The struggles are still there, again, as far as just ball handling on this team. Amen Thompson did okay. I like the way he was aggressive. As you guys can see, Alperen Sengun shot 8 threes today. Did not expect that out of Alperen Sengun. He made 5. My only concern is, what if he makes, 2 of these? Or what if he makes 3 of these? Then your court spacing's really messed up, right? Because you've got him going 5 for 8. Amen went 0 for 7. I'm glad he's taking them, but at some point you have to make them. Just out of the starting group, you have 2 guys that hit threes. Obviously, Steven Adams isn't attempting one. Kevin Durant went 0 for 4, not typical of him. But, Amen maybe goes, 1 for 6 or something like that next time. It's not a great spacing just kind of system. And again, yes, it's going to work versus, the Charlottes, the Brooklyns, the Washingtons, etc. My concern is, though, when, again, you play Oklahoma City, because you're going to have to play Oklahoma City in a best of 7 in order to get where you want to be, you're going to run into this problem a lot. Tari Eason didn't look super comfortable today either. He had some really bad turnovers. Kogi played good defensively. I don't really feel like I can ask much else from him. Other than that, though, they went pretty short on the bench as far as compared to what I thought. Oklahoma City, as you guys can see, went a little bit deeper with their bench. But it's just, I don't know. I think it's still a lot of the problems that we thought the Rockets had are going to prove over time more difficult. I don't think still it'll be a regular season thing. I think they'll be good for the regular season. It's just once we get into playoff basketball, that's where I'm going to get concerned, at least from tonight. Granted, again, game 1 of 82, maybe, Reed Shepherd finds his footing. Tari Eason obviously finds his footing. I think defensively this team's still going to be really good. They ran out a couple of zones. They had Amen playing the top. They had, just kind of some switchability with it. Sengun looked okay with it. Again, the full court offense for them wasn't great. Just sometimes people were forgetting to come down to come grab the ball. It was a mess. I'm going to be entirely honest. It was a mess. Now for Oklahoma City, the winners of this game. So Lou Dort shot abysmally. Chet shot well in the first quarter. I think it's like 15 of his points or 13 of his points for the first quarter. He was on fire in the first quarter. He was aggressive. He was drawing fouls. He was finishing through contact. Chet was looking like just an absolute gem in this game, right? It kind of slowed down, obviously, as the game went on. But, I mean, he came out of the gates. I think he had like their first 7 straight of, it was just Chet, right? It was an and one out of Chet. It was just bucket, bucket, bucket. Caruso, I feel bad for Caruso because it's minus 15. He was the one that was guarding Alperen Sengun for most of the game. And Alperen Sengun took pretty well advantage of it as far as just, there was a couple of times, like if he missed a shot, he got a board. He was getting offensive rebounds. And OKC tried to go small. I liked it. I wish they would have applied pressure a little bit more. I feel like for whatever reason they weren't as quick with it to just immediately want to apply pressure. And I thought they were going to come out of the gates, 94 feet. Here's 2 guys down here at all times. Good luck, just scoring the ball, honestly. But that didn't end up happening. AJ Mitchell was good. He was aggressive. I like the way he came out today. Center Jalen Williams didn't shoot the ball great. He did okay. He switched on to Kevin Durant a couple of times. That didn't go great. But, I mean, other than that, I think he played pretty well. Aaron Wiggins was aggressive. Again, typical OKC stuff, just bringing in a couple of different guys just to kind of see. I was a little disappointed that, some of like the lower guys on this list didn't play. Obviously, there's a lot of injuries and stuff, but, just Ousmane Dieng, like just anything to try and get some height out there. I know he's not necessarily like a top player that they would want, but to see him not get any minutes, and I mean, they went, all of these guys played within the first half. Like, yes, Chris Youngblood played 6 seconds. That was within the first half. It was kind of just trying anything today, right? Was pretty much the message that we got from Mark Daigneault, that he was going to give guys chances and kind of see what happened. Other than that, I think it was a good game for OKC. I'm glad that they got a close game to start the year. I'm hoping that it makes sure that they stay aggressive. I liked Casey Wallace today. He had a couple of really clutch threes. A couple of these were, I think 2 of them were really late in the game, if not second overtime, their first overtime. He was shooting them well. He was aggressive. OKC played OKC basketball. They were aggressive. They played with pace. It got stagnant for a while. It took forever for SGA to really start scoring. At halftime, I think he was under 15 points. It was slow. But in that fourth quarter and then the overtimes, he really got going. Obviously, again, the 1 for 9 I don't think will stay. He started to get free throws in the second half, I think was the other thing. He started to get to the line more and kind of got comfortable. So all in all, again, not a great effort from OKC as far as three-point percentage goes. You can't shoot 25% and normally win a game. However, when your opponent shoots 28%, you got a chance, right? Decent amount of turnovers from both teams. It was kind of sloppy at times. But I think, again, we saw Rockets are going to, perform well against the mediocre teams, and the Thunder are going to perform well against basically everybody, right? And then once J-Dub comes back, obviously this roster will make a little more sense. I'm really hoping Topic gets back here pretty soon, too, so we can see a little bit more Topic, because I'm curious how he fits with kind of how they play right now. I think he'll be a really good fit for that bench. It's just, I hope it doesn't take away from AJ Mitchell's minutes, because I really like AJ Mitchell's minutes. The second game we had that was a little less of a drama fest. Golden State had the lead for most of the game. It was pretty close at halftime, but other than that, I felt pretty comfortable with Golden State throughout this entire game. Steph really struggled out the gate. I think he was 1 for 4 to start the game with like 5 points. And then he hit a couple of free throws that kind of got in a rhythm. And then second quarter into the third quarter, Golden State started clicking. Buddy Hield was on fire for a while. I know it says 5 of 10, but I think he hit 3 or 4 straight. It was, it felt like every time he was open, it was automatic. Al Horford played good. I wouldn't say he played great. Again, it's a lot of the spacing issues I've always had with this team. Kuminga shot the lights out. A+ for Kuminga game. Honestly, he was aggressive. He was unselfish with the ball. He was looking for teammates. He tried on Luka. I mean, not really much else you can ask. Luka just went nuclear. We'll talk about that in a minute. But I think as far as just a Warriors game that you expect, Jimmy Butler had his moments. Kuminga shot the ball really well. I don't expect him to go 4 of 6 every single game. That's just obviously not realistic of him. Draymond hit a 3 down the stretch. Pods hit a 3 early. Couldn't hit late. And then Steph still didn't shoot great, but I mean, shot well enough to get the job done, right? Again, the real main things I would say out of this game is Gary Payton had a couple of good backdoor cuts that Draymond found him on. I think Steph said it in his postgame, just sideline interview or whatever they do real quick. The second quarter, the offense kind of got a little stagnant. Start the third quarter, there was a lot of cutting, a lot of motion. Draymond was hitting guys open, and it looked a little bit more like typical Warriors kind of catch you in the chaos type of offense, right? But yeah, again, I would say the big takeaway from them, Kuminga, don't expect him to shoot that many threes. I did like his game overall, though. Aggressive on both ends of the floor. And I think he came out with the right mindset today. We'll see if it sticks. Again, it's a long season. And we'll see, once we get into the true longevity of the season, once we hit game 30, is he still aggressive? Is he still team focused? All that sort of stuff. But I liked what I saw on Golden State tonight. They looked like a really well put together team. We will see still as far as, rebounding goes. I didn't love the amount of rebounds. Just Horford had 5. Draymond had a couple. Pods, for whatever reason, still rebounds the ball extraordinarily well for this team. But all in all, I think it was a pretty comfortable game. I didn't really feel like there was much as far as question marks for if Golden State was going to win the game, honestly. Now, let's talk about the man that had the backpack performance here. Luka Doncic had 43 points and had 12 boards, 9 assists. So 1 assist away from a triple-double. Glad I didn't bet his triple-double today. I almost did, honestly. The 2 for 10 it's tough. He hit one that was a step back, 30-footer over Jimmy Butler. Other than that, though, he struggled a lot. He saw a lot of different looks, saw a lot of different guys. Golden State, I think, pretty well knew that it was him out there, honestly, trying to carry. Austin Reeves, he got in foul trouble really bad. He had to sit most of the third quarter because of the 5 fouls he had, and it left Luka out there forever. Luka was out there it was the entire third and 2 minutes into the fourth, and Luka was still out there. And even the announcers were saying how somebody's got to come in and just give him a breather. And, I mean, he came in for a couple of minutes to give Luka a breather, but it wasn't enough. Ayton looked okay. Ayton, the rebound thing is weird to me. I don't get it. For as small as Golden State is, I expected this number to be 12, right? I know Luka got a lot of the rebounds, but for this number not to be double digits is insane to me. I know it's Al Horford and Draymond, but he seemed almost kind of still super passive. Took a lot of turnaround jumpers. There was a lot of elbow to free throw line turnaround jumpers. I don't know. I feel like it was typical DeAndre Ayton stuff, to be honest. They also shot abysmally from the free throw line. I don't know what happened. I don't know how you miss 11 free throws in a game. But I think it's going to be a long stretch without LeBron, right? I thought it was going to be a long stretch for this team in general. Because, again, I just don't know how this team defends. And it really showed today. Marcus Smart did the Marcus Smart thing where he was chirping with Steph. And then Steph had 7 straight. And then Marcus Smart got called for a flagrant foul at one point because he hooked Steph's arm. It was the full Marcus Smart performance, honestly. Minus the fact this doesn't say 3 for 15. Other than that, it was a full Marcus Smart performance to me. I still think this team's a play-in team. I don't know. I feel like at some point Dalton Knecht should have gotten minutes just to see, right? With the team shooting 25% from 3, At some point, just throw him out there. Yes, he's going to get cooked defensively. The whole team is going to get cooked defensively right now. Just throw him out there, see if he can hit a couple of shots. Just try something, right? I understand it's game one. It's a long season. I'm sure Dalton Knecht will get minutes. I just feel like, especially for this game, once Buddy Hield got hot, because Buddy Hield got hot in the third quarter, and it was, I think it was 3 or 4 of his threes for the third quarter. And to just not, throw Dalton Knecht out there just to see if he can go 3 for 3 with Buddy Hield, I don't know. I think it's going to be a long season for the Lakers. I think they're playing bound. I don't think they're a guaranteed playoff spot. I know people are going to say a lot of different things about that. Just especially after what I saw tonight, it kind of confirmed what I had already thought. But yeah, that's my thoughts on the games tonight. If you guys have your own thoughts, make sure to leave them down in the comments below. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.